Who is Cody Sanchez? I honestly didn't know until like 2 weeks ago. We were actually working with a guy who was like, hey, I do her thumbnails. And I was like, who's Cody Sanchez? And I pulled up her YouTube channel, watched a couple of her videos. I was like, this gal has got it going on. She is blowing up. She's hot, you guys. And I'm going to talk about why she's making millions of dollars, why I think she's making millions of dollars. I'm pretty sure she's making millions of dollars. I'm going to talk about the things she's doing right on her YouTube channel that are earning millions and millions, possibly billions or maybe even trillions of dollars.
$1 million.
How you can do some of the same things on your YouTube channel. Let's go right now. What's up, you guys? Welcome to the Graffiti Media YouTube channel. We're a multi-million-dollar company that films all of our content on cell phones, baby. This is a Samsung S22 Ultra. It's good. I mean, what's interesting about this is you can see some of the texture on the wall. It's always kind of like... So cell phones aren't perfect, but the reason that we do this is because we want to show business owners just like you how easy it is to film content that can convert, get views, and do well on YouTube. If you like that kind of thing and you're in it for the simplicity of it and you just want to grow a YouTube channel, let's rock and roll. And if you guys want to work with us, we got a link down in the description below. Click it. You can fill out our form and schedule a call with us and we'll see if we're a good fit. Cool? Sound good? I mean, no pressure. If you don't want to do it, that's not a problem at all. We're still going to be creating incredible content right here on this YouTube channel. That if all you did for the rest of your life was watch us on YouTube, you would end up having watched a whole lot of YouTube videos that hopefully you took action on. All right, guys. So let's talk about Cody Sanchez. So Cody is a female entrepreneur. She's absolutely crushing it on YouTube right now. She's got almost 500,000 subscribers. I'm going to talk about some of the reasons why she has that and how you guys can incorporate those things into your own YouTube channel so you can be successful as well as entrepreneurs. First thing that I want to talk about, you guys, is something that I think all business owners, anybody should pay very close attention to. This is very, very important. It's value proposition. Cody has a very clearly defined value proposition. You go to her YouTube channel and it says contrarian ideas to build your bank account. That's super, super clear. And it's very interesting. It's unique. It's interesting. Everybody loves a contrarian. These are things that are abnormal. These are things that are specialized. These are things that are unique. People are very interested in that type of thing, especially in entrepreneurship. So she has built her brand, her YouTube channel, around coming up or talking about creative ideas that are contrary to what normal people in everyday life would think about doing as a job, a career, a business, that type of a thing. She owns it. It's awesome. She's created a brand around being a contrarian. And it's done very, very well for her. The next thing that I want to talk about is that she's got a list of accolades that are like a mile freaking long. Listen to her about page. Cody's the founder and CEO of Contrarian Thinking. With over 1.5 million subscribers, she's the co-founder of Unconventional Acquisitions, focused on small business acquisitions in the micro PE space with an emphasis on roll-ups. The only roll-ups I like are the fruity kind. She runs a holding company. Here's the important part, you guys. She held leadership positions at Goldman Sachs, State Street, and Vanguard. Started as a journalist, where she won the JFK Award, Howard Buffett Foundation, a 25 most innovative leaders in cannabis. And a top female investor by 4. So here's the thing, you guys, like, don't get me wrong here. I'm not knocking Cody, but having this list of things in her about page is important to personal branding. She has an MBA from Georgetown and a master's from another college that I can't pronounce here. The point is, you guys, Cody's crushing it. She's got a personal brand. She's got accolades. So as you guys are building out your own personal brands and building out your YouTube channels, having some of these things like this right here, the 2 Comma Club Award and a silver play button, really helps to increase your credibility. It helps give you a voice because people put a lot of stock in this stuff. Even though these awards you can win by spending $1 million in ad spend and bringing in $1,100,000 in revenue.
Wait a minute.
I didn't do that. I actually won it by making $1 million. But you can get these awards relatively easy if you just have the right system for Facebook ads. Point being, awards, accolades, education, all of those things help as you're developing your personal brand. Wear them on your sleeve, front and center. It helps. It helps for me to have this in the background. For the people who are at home who are watching these things, I'm actually probably going a little bit too deep here in the psychology of the things that are in my background. But the psychology obviously is like it helps give me a voice and paint a picture of credibility for me to have awards behind me. People look at him like, oh, I don't have one of those. He has one of those. I want one of those. He has one of those. I'll listen to what he has to say. That's basically how it works. So this next point that I want to make, it might be a little bit more difficult to understand if you are brand new coming into YouTube, but it's absolutely something that you're going to want to understand as you're growing. When you're brand new coming onto YouTube, you want to be very niche. You want to have a very clear value proposition for a very clear audience in a very niche market, and you want to exclusively focus on that niche. What's cool about Cody is her exclusivity is focused on being a contrarian, but the content that she's making is broad enough to attract a cold audience. All these contrarian ideas, these businesses that she is interviewing and the businesses that she's analyzing, they are very specific to her contrarian niche, but they're broad enough that they have interest all over the place. They have interest among entrepreneurs or investors. So my point is that Cody has essentially created a niche out of the word contrarian, and she's positioned herself as an expert in this very unique subcategory of entrepreneurship. Fascinating case study. Actually, very fascinating if you ask me. And the cool thing about attracting a cold or very broad audience with a narrow niche subject is that once you bring them in, you can convert them into your funnels because they still have broad interest in what your very niche subject is. And for those of you guys who haven't noticed yet, I'm using niche and niche interchangeably depending on where you're at in the country. If you're from the north, maybe it's niche, and maybe from the south it's niche. I got a niche on my back. So let's talk about her content strategy. This is actually super fascinating. She has her anchor content that is built like a reality television show. What's cool about this style of filming is it gives you third-party edification. When you have somebody else who's filming for you and they're tightening up and zooming in and walking beside you or walking in front of you and you're walking behind a camera, it looks like a higher production video. It looks like you have a team of people working with you. That's the idea. What's cool about that is it gives you credibility, and it just makes you look larger than life from a personal brand perspective. It also comes with a more professional look and positions you better as a thought leader in your industry. And to top it all off, in her production style, she also has this fast-paced editing style, which helps break things up for an audience. It helps give them those pattern interrupts so it carries them from one segment to the next without things getting too dry.
I literally can't stop watching that.
Fast-paced editing, you guys, is one of those things that's probably in phase 2 of your growth strategy on YouTube. Phase 1 is going to be more learning how to shoot your content, how to create an effective thumbnail, how to create a title. And as you get going, tightening up your pacing, making sure that your editing is on point so that way people can pay attention, understand what you're saying, and not get too bored. It's really important as you're moving forward and growing to go trying to get from 1,000 subscribers to 100 to really focus on those little things, those little details. Cody's locked that in. That's why she's got almost 500,000 subs. And the last thing that I want to talk about, I'm saving the best for last here. Most important is packaging. Cody is crushing it with her thumbnails. She's crushing it with her titles. She's crushing it just with looking professional in her content. And if you look at her website, it's super clean. If you look at her Twitter, super clean. She's smart. She's ambitious. She's growing, and there's a lot to learn from it. You guys, if you want to make millions of dollars just like Cody, she's a great model to follow. Check her out on Twitter. Check out her YouTube channel, and then watch this video right here. Because if you want to really make it on YouTube, this is the one. This one right here. And then followed by this one. Go after it. You guys, you're going to crush it on YouTube. Give us a call if you need some help on YouTube. Catch you on the flip side. Bye.